welcome to a brand new episode here on 1950's Farm. So today we are harvesting the corn. Oop. Nice to see everything goes on smoothly, but yeah, we're harvesting the corn today. We're going to get this done as quickly as possible really, because as I say, the soybeans on 2 farms need doing. And oh, are we? Well, it's quite slow, I'll give it that. What's going on? Why are we so slow? I don't know, but we are getting a good amount of corn in there. And of course this in 1950 and up until about, I think 1956, I think it was, when the first corn header or mass-produced corn header came through that was reliable and didn't continually. The biggest problem with them was with the weight of the crop that was going through them. The drive belts on them kept snapping, and the pulleys kept wearing really quick because of the, as I say, the amount of sort of crop and weight that was going through them. And this became a very viable solution. But not only that, as well, it meant that before 1950, when sort of money was relatively scarce in farming, it meant that farmers could have one tractor that could have this attached to it, so they didn't need. So if it was a farm that required, say, 3 tractors, well, they didn't have to have a 4th tractor with this on, because you could take it on and off. And so therefore, having something that went on the front of your tractor, as opposed to you having to buy a completely, sort of new machine, meant that farms were sort of able to afford to have them. So it was quite a sort of cost efficient way of harvesting corn. And as a Brit that watches a lot of YouTube channels like Sunny Farms and things like that, corn is mass produced in America. And I guess it was the likes of John Deere, International, that led the way in corn technology, if you like. But yeah, this was the original way of doing it. As I say, about 1956, the John Deere Lands Bulldog Combine, which was when John Deere bought Lands Bulldog. They bought them in 1952, I believe, and later, it was early 1952, it was February, March time. And later that year, the Lands Bulldog Combine that had already been out had obviously been sort of turned into the John Deere colours, and had also had changes and modifications made to it. And as I say, the first proper attempt by John Deere at a combine came with the purchasing of Lands Bulldog. So that was another thing that again the dairy farm did, was they quickly moved over to a self-propelled combine. Yes, it was a much smaller cut, but for reliability and efficiency, the self-propelled combine, I think they had 3 of them in the beginning. I think they run 8, I think I read the other day. And yeah, they were able to sort of, with 3 combines, able to sort of combine much quicker and way more efficient than having just that big sort of trailed behind, because although again it's not really simulated in Farming Simulator, but it used to break down quite a lot, which was another sort of reason why Harry S. Truman was, chucking vast sums of money not only at ordinary American folk to start farming, but also the likes of John Deere, the likes of Massey Harris, the likes of Ford, Alice Chalmers, and all of them. They were chucking vast sums of money at them to try and get them to be able to farm quicker, more efficient, more labour efficient, more cost efficient, and be able to output more. And that's sort of back. I realise that the war probably attributed to a lot of that, but I don't want to be missing. So yeah, but that's the job for today. Would you believe it? That's the job for today. We are going to get this corn hopefully harvested, although by the speed that we're going, it's going to take an exceptionally long time. I don't know why it's going this slowly. It didn't go this slowly in testing, but it's going this slowly. So it's going to be a long old job. And then, as I say, we've got the soybeans then to do and to harvest and to finish, and then we've got our soybean to do. We've then got to get the soybean field dragged and then drilled, because wheat's going in there this year. This field we're okay with. We can plough this over winter, and then this will go to corn again next year. So this field we're not too sort of desperate with. It's almost kind of, and I have sort of toyed with the idea of getting the soybeans done first, because we need that land. We need that land for our wheat. And I have kind of sort of thought, well, do you know what, actually, this, corn I can harvest well into winter on the current crop calendar, whereas soybeans I can't. So it's sort of a case of, well, should I leave corn and go into the soybeans? But this will be, I say, we'll do this for this episode, just so as we can get it started. Because it will just sort of get the field open. So if it does come wet, we'll have a good chance of getting it drier a bit quicker. I mean, it's fairly windy today by the looks of it on the game, with the crop swaying the way that it is. But yeah, we'll get this done today, and then, as I say, we will then get into those soybeans, and that is going to be a mammoth task. That's going to be probably over a couple of episodes, because one or two people have kind of sort of said, look, I quite like the fact that it's a couple of episodes that it's taking you to do, these fields. The thing as that I'm conscious of is that I don't want to do 2, 3, 4 videos of the same jobs, because there's no point watching them, because you've already seen it, and that's the reason why I sort of try and do it the way I do. The other thing as well is and I go on about it quite a lot, my computer is very short on memory, and that means that it limits quite sort of dramatically what I can and can't do within a video. I have to try and sort of keep recording down to a couple of hours. If I can keep it down to a couple of hours, then I've got probably enough memory on my computer to do 2 videos. before I have to then obviously, and every time I produce a video, it's instantly, you know, edited and then sort of uploaded to YouTube to try and, once it's on YouTube, I don't need the videos anymore. It's a risky strategy because obviously if something goes wrong with YouTube, God forbid, then I've lost my video. But it's the only way at the moment that I can do it. So, but anyway, that's way more than enough rabbiting for me. We're going to get on with harvesting this at a very snail pace, and then, as I say, at the end of the video, we will see how far we've got. I might even during the time lapse. Don't be surprised if I jump over to doing soybeans, like I say, just because you know, soybeans I need the land, whereas these I can sort of harvest in the winter, and we can harvest them in the winter, and we can then get the land ploughed, and then it'll be ready as well again for the spring then. Obviously we've got manure. We're not going to have enough manure for the wheat field, which is fine. I don't mind that. As long as we had enough manure for the field that's coming soybeans. This will now give us a long time to save enough manure for when we come to plant soybeans in the soybean field, which will be not next spring coming, but the spring after. So, you know, it'll give us a chance to save more than enough manure, because that field is going to take a huge amount of manure. I've also got some changes that I would like to do to the soybean field as well. Yeah, I've got some changes that I would like to make to that field. At the far end, right in front of us, right up the other end, I might cut it off and have the bottom end bit as a bit of grass, just as grassland, and then have the rest of the field as field. And the other thing I might do as well is I might extend the border here to my right all the way down to the other end of the field and make this section all the way down corn. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure which way I'm going to go on that, but yeah. So lots of sort of ideas swirling around my head, and how we can sort of, you know, improve it. Yeah. But as I say, we'll go over to some music, and I'll see you towards the end. Bye for now. And I'm back. So the 2-mile-an-hour beast is very slow, actually. it's it's taken a long time, but to be fair, we're not far now from getting through the field. We are nearly there now, so that's a good thing. But yeah, it's been. I just thought I'd, sort of, as I say, if we get this done first, it's something a bit different. We've seen the combine in action this year already with the wheat field, and I just sort of thought it would be a cool thing to show. But I think in the future years, I might do a little bit with this, and then sort of we do other things in the video as well. But I just thought I'd showcase this. Just because, as I say, it's different, and it's also been very enjoyable to use. Wee, jeez, I'm following the gap. How have I managed to miss? Oh, I've jumped over a line. Look, I should be down there. So yeah, but things are going well down here on 1950's farm, on the dairy, and also our farm. We haven't been to our farm for a little while because, as I say, Harry, his main sort of job every day was the dairy farm, and he sort of did his farm as and when, and in the early years his farm didn't really need a great deal of looking after. He sort of took the money that was on offer, and mainly because, as I said, I think probably in the opening video, that his dad had some land, so he had the land already, and yeah, he decided to take up the offer, buy a couple of tractors, and that went from there, sort of thing. And in the first few years, he said the farm virtually looked after itself. All he needed to do was sort of step in, at the times of harvest or planting or mowing. That was pretty much all he did really. But it wasn't long after starting. It was only a couple of years after starting his own farm that the dairy kind of wanted him more, because they were getting bigger and they were getting sort of, as a business, they were growing rapidly. And Harry had a bit of a decision to make, because he knew that although his farm didn't sort of take at the time much looking after, the time, the extra time that they were wanting him meant that it really would become a hobby farm, and he didn't want that. He saw the success that the dairy was having. He kind of, if you like, knew the blueprint to success, and decided that actually he was going to leave, and he was going to sort of look after his farm and try and build his farm. And the other thing as well happened, that happened as well, was that Hank was born. Hank was born, and his son, and being sort of around the home, while his son was growing up, and with his wife and different things, and the business slowly starting to grow. By the 60s he was starting to, I think he employed 3 people by the 60s. So I mean, it quickly sort of took off, as I say. So that's what this save is sort of trying to, in a way, simulate or emulate or whatever, and trying to sort of show that back then, with will, determination, hard work, to succeed was possible, as it is today. It is today. All you need is a dream, hard work, determination, and never take no for an answer. And sometimes you have to take a risk, and to get my job on the farm, that's what I did. I took a risk. My brother, when he started up his window cleaning business, he took a risk. Now he runs hotels. Or bed and breakfasts. So just belief in yourself, a dream, belief. Take a risk here and there. Make it an educated risk. Make it a risk that is more stacked in your favour, I guess, in a way, or whatever. But that's all you need to do. That's all I tell my son to do. If you have a dream and a belief and you want to do something, do it. And Harry did all those years, and I wish when I was sort of 17, 18, I'd sort of kind of read the story behind all of this, because it may have inspired me to go and get a small holding, to go and get some small pieces of land and try and start up farming and that. But I guess with my heart condition that would have still been quite tough, but it may have been worth it. It may have been okay. But anyway, that's enough of me chattering on. As I say, it's been a good episode. It's been a different episode. This is a machine that I've not seen anyone else use, and this is the way that they obviously harvested corn in 1950. And I just thought you guys would really enjoy it. And as I say, next time, because I'll get this done, the rest of this done off camera, there's no need to see this one again. Next time when you join me, I probably would have started the soybean field, as in I'll probably have the headlands done, but then thereafter you can join me while I harvest the soybeans, and then we've got my soybeans, or Harry's soybeans, to harvest, and then and then we're on to getting the soybean field here cultivated or ploughed, probably cultivated, and then drilled, because I just don't think we're going to have the time. Depends on the calendar for planting. Let's have a quick look. So yeah, see, the corn I could have right up until next February I could have left that actually. So we were in no real rush, to be fair. But the soybeans, we've got till January to harvest them. But then we come to wheat, and we've only got till November. So this month is get the soybeans out, get the land works. We might be able to plough it this month, I don't know. And then next month get it drilled, and then Harry's soybeans will, I guess, be waiting till November, December time. But that doesn't matter too much, because we've got this window here to plant them, so we've more than enough time to get our jobs on there done. But anyway, if you haven't already, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I would also like to say a massive thank you to everyone that has subscribed to my YouTube channel and watches and supports the video. It really is amazing that from starting this properly in January, that I've already reached 200 and, well, at the time of recording this, 277 subscribers, which is amazing. So by June the 1st, I'm hoping to have 300. I'm really hoping, like the month that's just gone, that we'll absolutely smash 300 and be well up towards the 350 mark, maybe the 375 mark. Yeah, that's the goal, and we just keep building slowly. But anyway, thanks ever so much for joining me on this episode. I've really enjoyed having your company, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Bye for now.